for native for high Ặfrady id. It was a pass wide and watching when I said air train pa. Na and no first time about so any new book so no one subscribe my senior news be now I the one notification of phone so betim so I share no like so my young kind some sort thing. Finally NDC for I then about pointing about hinting. It say a year Bawumia or will be any zone one about Flagbearer, but some of will be air contesting at the but finally no. Nipa or bedding or Barbie Jinema NDC Manukun for 2028 election and finally Nadine Ababetuja. Then Nadine say JD, but ye name JD Crow. Yes, I know, and I'm a gabi mass. I the Abba Bontin, Abba Hintia. She says, I didn't the minimum crow, the JD in the minimum crow. It doesn't John Dramani Mahaman, but we call it JD. JD Ngwa, ye name JD Crow. Nti ebakuti emunchi chirimuno every a year mogabi maseo afin so yeze a year Bawumia after some journey pan every jade never be see a name ama a year John Dramani Mahaman nipa or be see name or ni Bawumia be dia pre no Bawumia binya 3.8%, 38% no nya compusa e best pete na point our beda in fin na Bawumia nya 3.8% of a year Ghanaians vote. I say we didn't people when you could come pono. Hanya do made them food temano. We are dear to say more me pa. You know, and some brave a year and this lady be. I can't say Flagbearer for no made on but some your mere Flagbearer as aspirant for no. Or munina on home was because so far a year do chumsia. $35 million as a scandal FIM has set on near the Nepal school near the domain or my school funds right the IT near pa or Fabian champions or tries obeying Alberta State a year hotel Kenya Pons so therefore for beer hitting a by 1 billion street light scandals beer and so hitting a patch saying asking me to come near good tea in some betuja eba needing come at all.
Constituency executives and they elect regional and national executives. The delegates will change and they may not have people, they may have more sensible people, new sensible people to vote for a candidate. So they don't want that. They want to use the same delegates that voted for Bawumia so that Bawumia would become the flag bearer or opposition leader as you would call it. As you would call it. And see, Bawumia, we have seen through him. Whatever way they want to use to bring him in January, we are ready for him. In fact, like I have done the analysis, all of them, Yensrobia, NDC is an institution. Whether John Mahama has one term, when he finishes, there are competent people in the NDC who would lead the party. It doesn't matter whether the person is known or not known. What matters is that NDC leaves a legacy. And John Mahama's legacy, the way he has started, is very strong. And I'm praying that we continue that way so that the legacy that we would leave, whichever candidate comes, whether he's known or not known, Ghanaians would prefer that candidate leading the NDC to a thief or to someone who says he has vision, Bawumia, but really when he's given the mandate has no vision. He takes the whole country down into the drain. Or someone, Brian Champon, who would attempt to sell our state assets to his company, to himself, or someone where would give them a contract to provide us with street lights, and he takes it and doesn't provide the street lights, and people end up having accidents on the motorway on our streets, because when the road is dark, you end up having accidents. So of course, they can go in January. We don't care who they bring. NDC is focused. NDC is focused on delivering. And at the end of the 4 years, our work would speak for us. I saw someone, I read someone, one of them said they are going to campaign on the legacy of Ekufuado. So when you've forgotten that it was the same legacy of Ekufuado that has taken you into opposition. My advice to you as a sister, go and sit down and reflect and see the evil you did to Ghanaians. The evil, the hardship you made Ghanaians go through, and come back and apologize. Instead of fighting amongst yourself for power, you are only fighting amongst yourself for power because you are in a hurry to come back and steal. The money is no longer coming. You are unable to steal, so you are looking for a means to come back to steal massively again. We are not going to sit down and watch you come back and steal. So relax, stay in opposition, enjoy opposition, because after 2028, I'm not done. After 2028, we'll have a new candidate. That candidate is coming for 2 terms, and we will show you that that one is possible. Not the kind of year, it is possible, because it will be possible through our legacy and through our hard work.
Very well, Madam Excellency, lawyers Benson, live on TV as well as that, and also on Power 97.9. What's like I said, Command Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center, Leave Kit Capsules also from Medimosis, S Natural Mineral Water, Dome Survey and General Construction, Power Specialist about Hospital, Victory Garlic. Another JD Besaba. Market today. Tiasima Mekanalisa. Me say. John Dramani Mama say JD. After John Mama, you better send another JD.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, come shehene.
Another bay. Another bay. Mon Chanto.
23rd.
Almost starting share. And then Monday, 23rd June 2025. Me say John Dramani Mama ni JD. John Dramani.
Wow, ex near come out.
Another JD. Ebesamba after John Mama.
That's it.
Full swing.
Angels in a castle on Yemi.
Sanjin my idea meet you. And Mugabe, baby.
Ghana 4 would give them the opportunity to break the 8. No more continue. For me, break the 8. There was really no message in it. Mm-hmm. The message of break the 8 was just to continue the stealing. And right now, they don't have the opportunity to continue the stealing. And they are in a hurry to come back. Nanka yako election January, December. Now, January, a new government has taken over. Opposition party, by now, you should be doing analysis to see where you went wrong, to put things in place. Now, Musi Debi, Yeko Congress, Ako elected opposition leader. What new is Bawumia bringing? Mm-hmm. He's not bringing anything new. Sisi Anamete say he may not be rich. Now he has rich ideas. My friend, go and sit somewhere. The reason why I'm saying go and sit somewhere is that this is the same Bawumia who in 2016 he brought 170 questions that he had ideas. Brought 170 questions and then told Ghanaians that he was the economic messiah. Where did Bawumia take the economy? If anything, MPP right now, we are investigating them to ensure say they would pay back. We share second person and Nidia by Papa no education minister near anything. Educhum. Look at the mess in the situation where our children would go to school for 2 weeks.
On also say president.
And also say obedi president. They would go to school for 2 weeks and come home for five months. Our children will go to school for 2 weeks. The red, gold, green system, where the children would come and stay, where they'll come and stay home for so long with no education. And at the end of their year, the term, they would buy a Pasco for them. They spent over $35 million to buy Pasco for students. It was done under Educhum. The mass set that we are investigating was done under Educhum and Napo. So, someone like Education Minister Educhum. Someone like Educhum, him with the whole country, different sectors of the economy and put in his hand. I mean, you can imagine what he will do with the economy if you give him that chance. Who is the next person? Brian Echiampong. Was it not Brian Echiampong that tried to sell state hotels, La Palm, Golden Beaches Hotel, and all hotels that state had interest in, shares in? Had it not been for the good people of Ghana who stood up against Brian Echiampong, Brian Echiampong would have been owning our state hotels by now. He would have taken it for himself. Brian Echiampong was a Greek minister. Yet he was going to buy our state hotels for himself. He was taking it for himself. He wasn't going to buy. They were stealing it. So if you bring someone like Brian Echiampong, when he was a Greek minister, he was trying to steal our state hotels. Then you should know that the country is in trouble. The fourth one, I think, is Ken. Dukadaya, they are all the same. Ken under MPP, I think Ken was given a $1 billion. I'm not sure about the amount, but it ranges about $1 billion to provide street lights for the country. Was it delivered? No. The country was dark. There were no street lights. So if you are wondering why there were no street lights during NPP time, it was because the contract had been given to Ken and they didn't deliver. So all of them, they are not clean. Bawumia says he's visionary. Visionary what? Visionary what? Visionary, a visionary man who made the people suffer for 8 years because his economic policies were so bogus.
It is possible.
It is possible for him to remain in opposition. He should remain in. That's whether it is possible is. He should remain in opposition. Me, I'm enjoying the infighting. They should continue. They are hitting at each other. But you see, the way they are going about their primaries right now tells me the kind of people that MPP they are. Because, like I said earlier,
they should bring Bawumia. We don't care. And Mwankasano, you are a tiny minority where you are. The Ghanaians don't want to listen to you. It's just that the NDC don't want to bluff with their weight of 2/3 in the streets and in our homes. And so that tiny minority that you are, and you are not as wise as them. You even they're tiny. Even micro, they are tiny micro minority, and don't listen, don't learn anything. And look at how they have gone to decide to reorganize themselves, even in opposition. You see,
2 years.
You see, so this is the illogic of the party that claims is democratic. You see, Mugabe, how can you be so the common sense? Yeah. So you lack common sense in this decision. You lack logic in trying to use what to be down no cry for alleged so they want to put the cat before the horse. To foundation. Let's promote Bawumia to come so that will floor him finally. This time he'll get 3.8%. 3.8, but they are fighting. They move 38. They move 3.8. Is that the MPP we knew?
And then this is your focus.
Yes, we must be focused and we must be united, and we all must go in one direction. When the bell rings, we must all be in line to support. Yeah. That one there, it must be there. Yes, rally behind whoever. Yeah, Mugabe, because last week, the boxes.
Let me give you 5 minutes.
Yes, and fortune on his own, and let no one deceive you.
Azuma Nelson.
Yes, and I don't sit here for nothing. And because you mentioned his name,
one family.
Yes. The story of Azuma is one of a journey from under the table. Clearly listen to me. I'm saying the story of Azuma Nelson is one of a journey from under the table. This weekend I was reading a book by Reverend Wilfred Stephen Atta, The Journey from Under the Table, and I saw Azuma's name. So I began to reflect, because when he started out of nothing, Azuma, no Otri Kube, no Tom. Ask you, I'm a family member, I'll say it, because we must write his story in gold. How he was even determined to overcome the impediments of the time. Yes, not Tom Kube truck Mutom. You ask those who knew him. So he was strong. So they will take him. We are cousins. We are a Tabon family. We are the Nelsons, the Kofis.
That's why you are Alessa Nelson.
Yes, that's why I'm Tyro. His Tabon name is Azuma. I have a senior brother who is also Azuma. There's Aruna, there's Idrisu, there's Abdullah. They are all there inside there. So Mugabe, it didn't just start. Obreye. Then how he even got close to state institutions like the prison's boxing gym, like the Ghana Armed Forces boxing gym. How J.J. Rawlings recognized him and picked him to go and fight in Pakistan to beat a certain boxer who was beating Ghanaian soldiers who went on a boxing. They used to go on peacekeeping, and when they go, they used to fight boxing. And there was an American boxer who beat the Ghanaians. So they took Azuma to go and beat that guy there in Pakistan when J.J. Rawlings was head of the boxing team of the Ghana Armed Forces. You can check, you can find out. So then he came to the Olympics, Edmonton Games, 1978, and won gold. Then the story started. Then they took him to go and face the almighty Salvador Sanchez, and he lost in the 15th round. You just go back and look at the fight.
15th?
In the 15th round, yes, he was knocked out, a technical knockout in the 15th round. At the time, he used to travel more than 12 rounds. So in the first round, you see Azuma's prowess. That this local guy from him, that journalist, I don't want to mention his name. You like glorifying him by mentioning his name. He does not understand what is going on, and he's not coming to terms with the fortunes in the boxing industry. In America, there's one person. They start and mention his name. What's his name? Very strong guy, beats everybody. Oh, Charlie, somebody help me with his name. Mayweather. $1 million guy. $1 million guy. Look at the jobs he has created. You know the jobs boxing creates. You know the trainers, the amounts of money they get. Those who, even the boys, the Goro boys around the boxing, the Glove boys, those people. Do you know how much money they earn? The trainers at the ringside, the Mazoes. You know, it creates jobs. Those business promoters who put their money to it. When there's a boxing event, look at the vendoring that goes on, from food to whatever you want to buy. So please, let's support boxing as a nation. Let's have a deliberate support as a nation. Where is the Ghana Boxing Authority, Mugabe? Nigeria ni huye me kama money who promoter now go far and buy no na a Canada so GBA on this car. I'm telling you, $3,000. We see GBA no so on this car didn't a funiko. We catch the promoter no. I have his contact. I've been talking to him. Look, let's get together. Some me promoter now make Ghana MCC. Opeso the international fight. Eko Kumasi. Na santi hini betra hobi. No share. Opeso the international fight. But he needs to get people together. Inti se Sharava beye na mo kanwa semwa. Who will put his money to boxing? Why? What is the envy of the first family? No, Mugabe, let me address this one simple. Mugabe,
so the phone nam. It is so Korea. Na se o pese o bana ono defender wa na just na just say
Mugabe. Say your mama and your sister. Umpe. Me po me any doormat. Ma fa o nesi mi so keke. Umpe. What? Wow, it's and this thing, it must be encouraged rather than shutting the young man up. We have many young men like Sharaf who have money but have decided that they will not put one city to anything. Because a man who do sika bape no time wako brena who didn't yes now when sika now person the ball man
that was NPP time
enti obi ebaya obenye sika no ko to atopre okopre ma oh ma be 20
one
wife. That's my principle. Me can not meet ya.
For we energy sem edema a year Ghana for nyina because a kai say a year na wodwi twem na a year the national chairman edema NDC amanyuko no edebe ne ekọ a year parliament no tia no chese na a year the minority leader Kwame Nafenyo Markins ka kire a year one more parliament nyina say a year the speaker no amakwan ama the Flagbearership to be a parliament now and some a year MPs for be NDC including no I Nafenyo Markins name no the trip pictures near there but 90 man ko ne the enkan behind enkan say win a bear Flagbearer me any samanyuko in the next 2028 election and be the bekona omo for say Bawumia say jinjino yede onumum and onye the Flagbearer and from MPP amanyuko no but intiate just say oyede obenya 3.8% of a year vote from a Ghanaians the 38 onya na omo claims 42% no sa and be 3.8 na ebe shock Ghanaians pa ma a year odom the count memo ene mo first year na mamene den nyina bede e betwamako na eno na NDC ni na NDC communicator no nim NDC for the friend pa ni Julius Debra ni ade no chiate and just say nipa oba bede mabeshe John Dramani mama anemu wasi ibenya another JD no kano anya John Dramani because John Dramani mama can't contest again because according to the constitution you have only 2 times pay until near the enko embro the same thing now for year any other day but what's in some year JD no kano ebeyese a year Julius Debra we knew be when any samanyuko na didini JD although we have ngofomo dinye JD but ini din rhyme JD Julius Debra because a abbreviation JD the JD near wine made the margin kekenebu but sir and a year Mugabe Masi can say the spread and I catch ni maybe konya that information if we say market date into a visit because a JD na benya new JD a ba bedding ma be na ho and the ama a year and is a manukono a very big a pan the ama very big a relation the ama a year maudu Bawumia because Bawumia and you bit my abe president that no way na a year Samia Bawumia moment a year the first lady never because buys out of the cake operator, he make us out of bay and to out of the flannel. And on meta again, so she arrogant, the running mate for a mouth Bawumia, Nabu, a during then you're out your more outdoor here, who do for 1 point 24 years, be child be joining for Nikano. She almost saw Nanny a brown on the court a year, baby on me rallying. Winning her beating her vice president. Just compare Napo to a year Prof Nano Pokwajima. There is vast difference between them, so you can't compare both of them. A year name be at a pa. Now we not say and go one contest for the as an aspirant or contest for the air Flagbearer for the MPV Manukono, the Federal Jumisia. Scanners will be a big chum, Nebuno, $35 million are more than already, almost some the air they school for in terms of air pass school on bedding. Then mom because go for Moko school. I'm go school 2 weeks, I've been 5 months. School never pay so the almost 6K at the air pass school near the but you can spend $35 million and find your pass school. I didn't even sing and Ghana how music pass school. Was spent $35 million. Adding Bonibia or Flagbearer champions were adding now or to state a year hotels near that day. And on seminar just tennis and also wedding one to come no pursue yeah at a sense in the free a year mammy or now we no can say about milk and put it la lie on a count campo because name our year for look damn George Jangana for Yagana for so a guy. Kenya bonds 1 billion street lie scandal is alleged. And we seem no idea, but boss one and yas and ketwa. To the wording or comment such a bit him so I share more down for so and you yashi. Higher for Aqroma.